Janet Hawkins has been a resident of the Hayhurst neighborhood in Southwest Portland for more than a decade. The Southwest Community Center is one of the neighborhood landmarks. Hawkins is concerned about proposed changes to the city code and how it recognizes neighborhood associations.
It looks as though there's some positives reflected in there. There's aspirations toward greater inclusion, involvement, more participation in terms of civic engagement. I think those are all commendable things to have in the code.
Other residents like Elizabeth Deal, who lives in Northeast Portland and is part of the King Neighborhood Association, worry about the city eliminating the word neighborhood associations from the current city code. They say the proposal would change the way they work with the city, especially when it comes to zoning laws.
By not giving us a recognized seat at the table, I feel it does water down what we can do.
City Commissioner Chloe Eudaly released this statement on her Facebook page saying there is misinformation out there and they have no plans on to dismantle the neighborhood association system. This weekend, concerns started to boil over. She was trying to calm those concerns when residents started asking her specifics about what the proposal was going to look like. When residents asked if she could answer questions they had, she said this before walking out.
You guys have been, many of you have been, you've interrupted me.
With the concern residents like Hawkins have ahead of Thursday night's vote, she's hoping there still can be a little more transparency.
We'd like to see a delay in that council meeting so that there could be greater public involvement.
Now that meeting is scheduled for tomorrow night at 5:30 and goes until 8:30 at the Portland Water Bureau in North Portland. Now, despite it not being a public forum, city officials told me they are going to have 5 minutes of testimony.